Okay, this is a very informal and unplanned video, but I just want to like catch up on everything related to Immortal Mantis Revenge, which is the sequel to Immortal Mantis, because there's been some leaks and all kinds of stuff. So I just want to quickly do this because it's looking good. I'm excited. So this is one of the leaks. There's been quite a few, but a lot of them show up in the stuff I'm going to show you after this because there's now an official trailer and a Steam page. So this is really the only one of the leaks that I kind of want to show individually. And then I'll go through the Steam page, which I haven't actually really looked at either. So we kind of get to look at it together. But anyways, so we've got this scene. It seems to take place shortly after when the demo for the game ended. If you haven't seen that, go watch my video on it, or play it yourself. It's free. I'd recommend play the demo and then watch my video. That's what I would recommend. But anyways, so Mantis killed that lady or whatever, and then now the police are here, and we've got Brian and Sergey. I'm not gonna explain who Sergey is and stuff. It's just watch my old videos, or I'll explain it once the game comes out. But anyways, so he goes up, and here's the dialogue translated. So Brian says, "Man, this one is crazy. Look at these tapes." Also, the translations are probably not going to be perfect. If they don't make sense, that's because I had to use Google Translate. So he says, "Man, this one is crazy. Look at these tapes," because there's all these tapes on the ground over here. And he says, "You'd be surprised at the things I've seen in all my years on the force." And then Sergey says, "Don't come up with those stories again, old man." And Brian says, "Haha, anyways, we don't have that for now." I assume it means like time for that now. So then Sergey goes up to this new guy, Pedro, who says, "I'm sorry, man, not all homicide is Mantis' fault. Unless you can prove he's involved, I can't give you access to the body." And Sergey says, "You don't make sense. What if the proof of involvement is on the corpse itself?" Which he responds to with, "Orders are orders." So they don't know for sure whether or not it has to do with Mantis, and I guess this Sergey is only allowed access to stuff related to Mantis. So it's interesting. So then it looks like it sort of cuts, and it looks like now he's looking at these tapes over here, and the ones that he goes through translated to "envy will hurt." So that's interesting. And then it looks like Brian goes over to the bookshelf and says, "There's a book marked here. Not only the book, but an excerpt is highlighted. Come here and take a look." And then he walks over. I think the music gets all intense, right? Oh, no. But anyways, so he walks over and then it ends. So I'm just going to read out my thoughts that I wrote down a few months ago when this was leaked. I put, "It seems like Mantis may have been looking for a specific tape, because I don't know why else there would be so many tapes on the ground." And then I put, "I wonder why." Pedro is, a new character. And I put, "I feel like you can't have 3 different police characters without at least one of them dying at some point. So that's my prediction." That's what I wrote. And then I put, "It seems like the names of the tapes, because it says 'envy will hurt,' seems like that's either like some sort of message or maybe has to do with a puzzle." And then the other leak that I wanted to talk about before I get to the Steam page is BitLife showed a project like size comparison for the amount of storage. And it shows that the original Immortal Mantis game was 586 megabytes, and the current game is 1.5 gigabytes. So that's 3 times bigger, and he said, and there's still a lot to do. And also, that was like months ago, I think. So now I will try to switch it over to the Steam page. It may take me a second to readjust the size of the screen because I don't want to stop recording, because I just want to quickly do this. I don't want to have to edit a bunch of stuff and whatever. So I honestly I don't even know how it looks while I'm readjusting it. Um, like if it looks weird. But anyways, so now we are on Steam. Hopefully you can see this. So this is the page for Immortal Mantis Revenge. I will have it linked in the description. Please go wishlist it. I think even if you're not going to get the game, wishlisting still helps more people find it. So if you just happen to come across this video, I mean, I'd recommend the game, even if you don't think you're interested. But still, if you wishlist, I think that does help. So we got no two sides of the same story while solving riddles, committing crimes, and trying to survive the serial killer. On one side, a murderer with a mysterious objective, on the other, a detective with a sense of injustice who seeks to arrest him. Not necessary to know the story of the first game because of the playable intro. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start by looking at the trailer. If you just want to see the trailer by itself, just go watch it. I'll probably link that in the description too. But I've already watched it, so I'm just going to go like scene by scene and talk about what each thing is. So, or I'll probably pause. So we got the menu. This is part of the demo, so I'm not gonna explain too much about that. Anything that was in the demo, I'll just say that, and if you want to see it, go play the demo and then watch my video, like I said before. So that was in the demo. This was as well. This is new. It seems to potentially be some sort of puzzle. I'm not entirely sure. That was from the demo. Same thing. And then again from the demo. Like most of it is, which makes sense, but there's still some new things. So this was in one of the leaks. It seems to be some sort of hospital, and there's now seems to be confirmation that it is a hospital. But Mantis is there for whatever reason. He's got a knife. It is interesting to notice, though, that his knife here isn't red, which it's red in every other time the knife is there. So this is maybe a different knife, or for some reason it's not red. I don't really know. But that's interesting to notice. That seems to be some sort of worker, so maybe this is some like you have to try to avoid them seeing you type of thing. I don't know what this is, but it looks scary. There's like kegs or whatever over here, and then like barrels, and then some person chained up, and they seem to be bleeding. They seem to be bleeding. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. The most interesting thing to notice is this says it's 2014, so assuming that that is current time, that would mean Mantis is about 30. So that's, an interesting thing to note. And then, again, it seems to be in a hospital room. I assume this is some sort of puzzle. And there is, back at the house, it looks like they've got somebody there to examine the dead body. And that's the end of the trailer. And there's the Mantis's symbol again. So yeah, it's a cool trailer. It looks exciting, and it shows a few new things. And then we've also got all these pictures here. So this is from the demo, as well as that, and that, and that. This is interesting to me because in the trailer, this is that room with the person that was chained up and bleeding. And in a leak, we saw this same. I didn't show it, but there's a leak that was shown a while ago, and it's the same room, but it doesn't have the person chained up, and Mantis is over here. And this seems to be some sort of ladder. I don't remember that being in the leak, but I could be wrong. So it looks like Mantis is in here for whatever reason, and then I guess later on. Actually, we have the time right here. We could check. That's okay. So that is the 21st, and it's at almost 23. Whereas here, it is the 23rd, so that's 2 days later. That's interesting. So whatever this place is, it's going to show up multiple times. And I guess Mantis will be there at some point, and then later there will be somebody chained up and bleeding. That's cool. And then we have whatever this place is. It's got the same, like, plant type of thing that the hospital has, and like it looks similar, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not it is the hospital. It probably is though. This is like a confirmation. The Dautor says, "Unfortunately, you are not allowed to spend the night here. Hospital rules." I don't recognize any of these people, any of these characters. And then we've got Mantis in one of these rooms. And again, another room seems to be some sort of like administrator's room or something. This looks like it's part of that puzzle from the trailer. This is interesting because like all of the police people are dead and the house is like completely destroyed. But then there's like this weird stuff all over the place. So I don't know if this is like real or not. Like all these like spots everywhere. So maybe this isn't like real, like it didn't actually happen, or maybe Mantis kills everybody. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And then there's that again, and another hospital thing. I think the last thing left is the about this game thing. So story. A detective and an immortal serial killer who were adopted brothers in childhood become natural enemies in adulthood. Sergei investigates the killer's case, while Mantis proves to have a mysterious objective. In this game, you will observe 2 points of view and the conclusion of the Immortal Mantis saga. Is it necessary to know... Oh, wait, hold on. The killer... 2 points of view. Okay, so this is the conclusion. So this is... the final game. Cool. Is it necessary to know the story of the first game? No, the current product contains an introduction that summarizes all the important information to understand what comes next. It also serves as a recap for those who already know the story. Immortal Mantis Revenge is a top-down horror made in pixel art with gameplay focused mainly on puzzles, but with some additions that make the game more interesting, such as stealth and pursuit. Multiple endings can be achieved if the player insists on going a little further. That's good. I'm curious how hard they'll be. I think it'll be fun to try to figure them out. Features pixel art graphics made with love, rotoscoping cutscenes, faith style. Ooh, that's exciting. I love rotoscoping. A lot of puzzles, multiple endings, and an elaborate story. Mature content. Contains content not appropriate for all ages or may not be appropriate for viewing at work. Frequent violence or gore. General mature content. Cool, cool, cool. I'm excited to see the what other cutscenes there are, you know. But yeah, I think this is. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out when it will release, and of course, whenever it does, I will do a stream of it as soon as I can. It really just depends on when it comes out. If I'm available when it comes out, I'll just drop everything and stream. Otherwise, we'll just see what happens. But yeah. I will have the Steam page linked in the description and the trailer. Check those out. Play the demo if you haven't. I'm sure I have that linked in the description of my video on it, so just, you know, go there. And yeah, just go check all that out. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, all that stuff, whatever. Bye-bye.